It's seen by many as the good life, an outside job with lots of benefits, but one which this year is beginning to take its toll.
You're on your own. I mean, I can go for days working on the land and not see a soul. So if you've any problems, you've got to deal with it yourself.
On his farm near Goole, Graham Cowling is the only full-time worker, well aware of the stresses and strains of modern-day farming.
When you have bills coming in and crops still out waiting to be harvested, that's the stress. That's the one that keeps you awake at night.
It's been the worst harvest many can remember. Wheat, apples, potatoes and even pumpkins have been badly hit in some parts of the country, causing real financial hardship. And welfare agencies that support farming families say they've never been as busy. Every day Jill Line drives to visit concerned farmers in East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Since June, calls to the charity she works for have increased by 50%.
When funds are tight, farmers will feed their livestock before they feed themselves. So it comes down to that. You feed your livestock, not yourself. You turn the heating off to feed your livestock.
According to welfare groups, the image of farmers living in grand country houses and driving big 4x4s is something of a myth. The reality is that a quarter now live below the poverty line, with a third of all those who work in the industry earning less than £10,000 a year. And support groups say this year's harvest will have only made things worse. Reverend Alan Robson is an agricultural chaplain. He fears depression amongst farmers could now reach an all-time high.
I would say it's as equally as tough as the foot and mouth years. It's different, but it's just a different form of pressure and demand on the farming community. So, yes, I am concerned that there will be more casualties, and I hope those who are contemplating, perhaps suicide, that they feel they can ring and talk to somebody.
The RABI says it's now dealing with 2 emergency calls a day, helping not just working farmers with financial problems, but those who've retired, like Howard Scorer.
I mean, it's so embarrassing looking for help. I mean, that's the worst part of it. And the other thing is, because you never look for help, you don't know where to look.
And a new report by Oxfam has described poverty in parts of farming as severe and stifling, a bleak outlook which welfare groups fear can only get worse during the long dark winter.